Hello. This is Michelle. What do you need plenty of? Very, very good question. You need plenty of light. You need the Shakti. What is Shakti? What is Kundalini? It is that divine frequency, literally coming from eternity itself, that light that animates you. But if you only have a certain amount of light to animate you, you don't find yourself in circumstances that are always to your pleasing. The divine spiritual currency, it's the currency from the spirit. That light is the currency that will give you a much, much wealthier, prosperous, happy, focused, harmonious life. Because what this light does is it begins to melt away. We are all born, whether you believe it or not, we are born over and over again, and we build up these karmic energies that start shifting us to this person, to that person, to places where we really don't want to always be, especially places in the mind. And if you're in bad states of mind, it's because you've been shifting yourself without realizing it. It's just been happening automatically. You're like in a clothes dryer. You don't know what's been tumbling around in your mind. The light burns that karma. It's like this beautiful diamond shining brightly, which is you, your truth, your soul. And then it's like all this crud builds up around it. Ooh, yucky stuff. And it has lines of attention to all of these different experiences that you don't want to have. Just when you thought you were going to have success, you're like, oh, it pulled me back. You don't know what pulled you back or what stopped you from, you may have actually gone for it and taken action, and you still didn't achieve the things that you truly within yourself wanted to achieve for your own fulfillment, for a happier life, a wealthier life, a life where you truly live in the moment. So this Shakti, this light that is transmitted to you, sort of activates your divine presence to be able to melt away that crud, that are all those experiences and lines of attention. They start getting pulled out. You start feeling a little naked within yourself, but this is a good thing. You start actually feeling you instead of everything and everyone and every experience you've ever had. It's miraculous. I mean, you can read about testimonials that people send to us, but it's not me that does it. It's the light that comes through a clear consciousness that has awakened. It's God. It's love. And it's the only power in your life that will assist you. You've got to do some of the work yourself, of course, some action. Practice meditation, be mindful, be kind to others. But if you want a push to turbocharge you to things that you know you can't do yourself, you know that it's just not who you are right now. But what about tomorrow or the next day? So many people know that they're suffering, they start awakening. They start feeling like there's got to be something more. Okay, I'm going to find a teacher, I'm going to learn meditation. So they go to all of these different meditation schools in their area. And then they get disappointed because they don't feel anything and their thoughts are still racing. That's because unless the person teaching the meditation class has light transmitting through them, it is extremely challenging to practice meditation. I did the same thing. I literally went to countries all over the world, many Asian countries, including India, searching. I went to, I met so many amazing people, had a lot of light, a lot of power, and I work with them as well, as many of you know. But they couldn't actually transmit it to change consciousness. They could motivate you to want to change your consciousness, and that is the difference. To be motivated, you get pumped up for the day through that person's, they might have high energy. And then a couple of days later, you're sort of like, whoa, I feel so tired. It is great to get information to motivate yourself and to be extremely positive. It helps tremendously. However, once that light is being transmitted to you, everything shifts. So how do you get plenty of what you want with this light transmission? How do you get these light transmissions? You find someone who can transmit that light to you. Whether you choose to go the traditional route and find an enlightened teacher and you join a sangha, or someone somewhere that can do it, who has enlightened consciousness, whose Kundalini has awakened. Faith within yourself is not enough. You have to have faith in the divine, to be open. You can't do it on your own. I couldn't until I met an enlightened teacher who transmitted light to me, and then my Kundalini awakened. Life is exquisite. Everything is shimmering with this light. You're never bored. Once this light hits your consciousness and your heart and your life, it's exquisite. You have that within you. Awaken it. Allow the divine light to transform your entire life. God bless you greatly.